Good evening, good morning, or whatever it is to you. My name is Salah Awasu, and this is Light Neural Upload number 1. If you can't read that and know what that means, or maybe an indication of, then this isn't for you. It's not. Listen. Just listen and let it upload. That's it. Okay? Don't wonder why, where, how, who, what, none of that. Just let the information settle. Okay? Most factual thoughts and emotions that an individual has, they will not admit out loud, and sometimes not even to themselves. Denying and overlooking the focus points that need attention the most in our lives or ourselves is a critical point where we tend to go wrong and deprive ourselves unknowingly for the most part. A lot of time when we make decisions or justifications for ourselves, we don't realize what we take away from ourselves in the same instant. Every person has their own path, their own purpose, and their own energies and intentions, mindsets, and etc. One major factor that we may underestimate or overlook is that we also have energies that combine us as a whole energy, and we also have a purpose as a whole on this planet. Of course, we are aware of this, but our failure to ask and answer our internal questions as a whole and in unity will at this rate inevitably be the demise of us all. Know this is perspective and opinion elaborated upon, not placed, said or written necessarily to be facts, but from perspective detailed potential possibilities. The competition in us all, the comparisons, categories, and judgment, excuse me. The discriminations, not to say we are all this way, but as a whole, these are the things that are toxic to us as a whole, and some of the things we are made of, whether we would like to admit it or not. Most of the time, it seems that negativity is made to be the main entertainment of the minds of humanity. Seems we find this appealing. Witnessing what is done to us that causes us harm and inflict pandemics of negative energy and ignorance upon ourselves, and then having it play back in front of us as a result of our careless strengths in evolution and settling for this through evolution as if there's no time to say enough and stand together as one. Of course, denial in the conscious mind is almost immediate when something seems uncomfortable to emotions which have a lot to do with a person's actions and tendencies. Denial suppresses dealings with emotions right away, which in turn results in what most call bottling. The bottling is and becomes gradually an acceptance of a normality of mixed emotions and balanced emotions. Even within and only among self, one can only take so much. When the point of being able to only take or endure so much is reached, it produces what can be simply referred to as unknowingly self-inflicted stress. After so long, there are large amounts of subconscious buildup of it. Well, then what happens at that point? Emotional trauma and the inability to withstand certain situations or circumstances emotionally may very well take place. Similar to the basic perspective in as if one was to come close to death or danger, hurt or pain emotionally and physically from an accident or mistake by a pool or around water, when in a circumstance or situation that is induced by life and water is about that individual, may be fearful or hesitant about being involved from the subconscious response, remembering what was once encountered. The same thing in a sense or so works within of the conscious reactions of choice and remembering what once occurred in this individual's life. Life is complicated, and so is the mind. And the body, those complications and sophisticated complexities is our mind. The most valuable lesson in life come with complications and circumstances that require understanding, acceptance, and overcoming. Now, what I just read to you was for you to take, for you to have, for you to add in. I ask you to do nothing. Just accept that. Those are facts. The ones we forget. The ones that nobody talk about. The neural patterns in your brain that might not really too much get triggered. Nobody's trying to pass around that information to self. Get it?